Greetings, Internet, and welcome to Aaron Plays, and I hope you're doing fantastically well. This will be episode 55 of Into the Woods by GMT Games, Battle of Shiloh. We're here. We're still on the 9 a.m. turn, and I did put a poll out, seeing if any of you guys were still interested. To be fair, the majority, 50 odd percent, plus about 52%, said no, do something else. About 38 to 40% said yes, please continue. And I did put another option to do a different GMT, different Great Battles of the American Civil War game, and that got about the other remaining percentage. So it was like, okay, well, one, I'm really enjoying playing this. And I think that's the main thing. If the vast majority, like if it'd be about 80 or 90% said, yeah, move on, then I probably would have continued this off camera. As there is still a sizable minority that would like to see me continue, then I will continue. Maybe not at the rate I have been doing in the past, maybe one or two videos at the most a week, if not less. But it will continue until the viewership drops down. Or you guys just said in the comments, you know what, bad enough. However, those that are following and have enjoyed, please hit the like, because that's what lets me know that you're still enjoying it. Make comments, and apparently one of the best things to do is to share it with someone that you know that would thoroughly enjoy this as well. It all helps the channel, and it'll be all much appreciated. And as you know, I respond to the comments and such forth. But the main thing for me is that I'm still enjoying it. If I wasn't enjoying it, then yeah, I'd stop. But I'm very intrigued to see what's going to happen. The Union, I have to think what side, because yeah, the Union right, Confederate left, but the Union right with Sherman is, well, it's nearly non-existent now. There are other units trying to come up. Are they going to get up in there in time? But the other side of the coin, or the flip side, the way you look at it, the Confederates are getting a bit tired, and their fatigue is starting to ramp up. So swing throughout. We're starting today though on the actual Confederate right, where they're trying to push as quickly as possible before, again, more Union reinforcements arrive. So let's go down to the map and see what's going on. And yeah, do remember, yeah, the like, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and of course, any comments will be appreciated. But let's. Well, the last chip pull was Clarke, who is part of First Corps. So this is this area here. Let me just do a quick zoom out. Oh dear. So let's go to 25%, shall we? Oh, 20%, there we go. Right, so that's the overall map. So we've got the. Let's bring the pens up. Why not? That's what they're there for. So yeah, let's stay with the red. So we're looking at a sort of front line along here at the present moment in time, and with the Confederates really pushing here with Bragg's Corps. And now we're going to do some operations over here. Now the Union have been reinforcing as best they can, but you can see if I just come off this pen, as you can see, and I know that they've got a lot of units at the back of the map there making their way, but are they going to get there in time? Well, that's what we'll see. But at the present moment, we are doing Clarke, which is down the bottom here. Now, Clarke's division is made up of two brigades. We have Stewart's brigade here and Russell's brigade still marching up the road. Stewart's is under attack orders, and I can't see any reason why we would want to change that. And Russell's brigade, well, I think we need to get them moving up and to fill in this sort of position here. So we're going to start with Stewart's. Let me bring up the sequence of play, just as a reminder for you all. No, let's still bring it up. Just a reminder of where we actually are. We've done we're in the change order phase. We don't want to change the orders for either of the brigades. Don't want to do any brigade coordination. So we're in the action phase where the individual units can do the move and or fire and shock, rally and construction. Well, there's no real construction, so rally or. So let's just bring that down out the way. Okay, so we're starting, as I said, with Stewart's. So let's zoom in a little bit more. Can we do a bit more? There we go. What do we actually want to do here? So we want to engage Miller. And looking at Miller's brigade, their morale's not bad for a Union brigade compared to what's on the Union right. But we want to engage it as much as possible. We've got a disordered unit here as well. So we might want to try and rally that unit. Can we get, well, I don't think we can get onto the flank here of this unit. Who is low ammo? Let me have a little ponder. Okay. Moving into this terrain is quite slow on the actual slope. I presume they've got to be sure of their footing. Just look at sloping ground adds an extra +1. Remembering that unit's under attack or at half movement rate. So this is the unit that can get into there because this one can't. So we're going to do that. They're going to move into there and fire with their rifles. Now, which unit they're going to fire on? I think they're going to fire on the extended part of the column, the extended part of the line. Sorry, I'll get that right in a minute. See if I can just shift this. Can I shift this out of the way? Delete that for the moment. Okay, so they're moving into there and firing. And remember, the maximum of fire is with 7 steps. So it's 7 with rifles. Rifled musket, so I'll just use the correct terminology. So rifled musket is +1 at that range. They are firing into the woods, so it's -1. And that's it. So it's a straight 0 effect. And there are 7 steps. So 0. Wow. Too many games. Is that a low? I think that's low. Let me just double check. Oh, 0 is 0 in this game. Right. Okay. So that's a D-2 on that unit there. Right. The morale's 5, D-2, which becomes D-1 because the unit has still got that +1 modifier. 6 becomes 5, so they pass. Okay, they can now return fire, and they are so that's muskets. Muskets at that range is +2. And because they're in good order, they can prep fire, which gives them another one. So it's actually a +3. However, they're firing into the woods, so it's +2. A roll of 4, +2 is 6, is a D+2 on the Confederate unit there. 4 + 2 is 6. They pass. Okay. Right. The rest of this unit can still fire. That part's fired. This unit technically could fire into there, but it sort of worked out that because it knows who the opponent is, that this unit is going to be moving into there, which they do. 1.5, 3, and they will fire into there. So muskets is at +2, firing into the woods is +1. Can't see any other modifier. 9. That becomes 10. Oh dear. That is 1 big D. So they take a step loss and they're automatically disordered. Let's do the disorder and give them a step loss. Come on, where's the step loss markers? Come on, come on, come on. Where are you? There we go. Right, so they were on 9, so they now go to 8. Control equals. Let's change the facing. Boop, 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 boop. Right, let's stick that there and then underneath. Right. Okay, they do get to return fire before that disorder takes place. So they will, but they were low ammo. So you've got that little -2 there. I think I robbed the wrong dice, but anyway, done that before. Okay, so no, that was the morale dice, so that's correct. So now they're shooting. They do have the full 6 steps still. They are firing with rifles, muskets, which is +1, and they were in good order at that time, which allows them to prep. So that's 2 +2, -1 for firing into the woods. So it's net +1. They roll a 3, which becomes a 4 with 6 to 8 steps. That's a little d. So the Confederate must test for disorder. They roll a 5, they are fine. Okay, that's them 2 units done. All right, then this big boy. Actually, I thought they might be able to get there, but it doesn't look like they will be able to because of that stream. No, that was a bit of a miscalculation, wasn't it? Okay, well, if they can't get in, they can't get in. So I think they can move to there as a sort of minimum. Well, that's, well, let me just recalculate. That's 1.5 +1 for the stream, +1 for the actual slope. That's expensive. That's a minimum move. Will they still be able to fire with a minimum move? I can't remember. I'll have to check. Yes, they can. So they'll do that. Now, they would suffer approach fire by this artillery if they move into there. Do we want to suffer approach fire? See, the other option is they move into there and they're firing up so they can see that unit. Then it's not suffering approach fire. I think that might be the better option. Why move towards the guns if you don't need to? Okay, so they move into there, then they fire at that unit there. So they are got muskets, which at that range is at -1, 2x range. Yeah, they're not great in more than 1x range, so it's -1. They're firing through a wood, that's -2. But that's it. So it's -2, and there's 7 increments of firing. Getting lucky. -2 is a 7. That's a big D on that unit. Okay. Now, they can still fire back. That part of the unit's fired, as I said earlier. That unit can fire back. Now, they've got also muskets. So let me just flip that while I remember. Okay. Oh, it's not good morale. All right. So they fire back with 6 increments. So they've also got -1 because of the muskets firing through the wood and into the wood. So it's -2. It's net -3. Yeah. Net -3. They rolled a 3, which comes a 0, which is a D -2 on that unit. Their morale is 7. So if they, no matter what they roll, they're going to pass that test. They know what to do with this unit. I think we're just going to try and rally them. 5. Yeah, they're keen. So they just flip over. Stewart himself, I think he wants to go and lead this attack. Right, so that's, let's put these little attack markers behind him, shall we? Okay, so that's fire and movement. All units, yeah, that's all we'll do at the present moment. So let's now actually do the shock resolution procedure. So designate all targets of shock and charges. Well, there's no charges because we moved and fired. But I think we're going to have this versus that and this versus that. That makes sense, doesn't it? Form retreat before shock. They're under attack orders, so they can't. Someone has made a comment that why are the Union under attack orders? Well, I'm not very experienced at this game when I put them under attack orders. Probably best now to be under advanced. But we tried to change their orders, I think, in the past, and they failed to do so. So, yeah, I thought that might be the best way to defend the line would be to be under attack orders. But various comments have said should be under advance. Attack a green commitment. Are there any? See, that's a green unit there. So he's got to roll a UDD check to see if they actually are keen to go in. So they're morale 6. They've got the leader with them, so it makes them 7. So 7 or less. They say, yep, we're keen to go in, sir. Okay, defender pre-shock cohesion check. Okay, so we've got to test this. Now their morale is 3. We've got to defender pre-shock DRMs. Don't have a leader with that unit. Unit is in march mode now. Unit disordered. It is. That's a +1. Not being attacked from flank or rear. Cavalry charge, no. Fatigue, no. So he's at +1 for that check, and he's a unit. He's +2. They're not going to be happy, are they? Not with an 8. So they fail. Okay. So let's find out what happens. We're now looking at the second disorder table. Let me bring that up. So I'm actually waffling on about. Okay, so can I zoom in a little bit on that? Yeah. So we're looking at a failed pre-shock cohesion check. Okay, so they failed it. So this is what happens now. So they now roll another UDD. If they pass, they lose 1 SP. If they fail, they rout. Okay, so squeaky bum time. They fail, they rout. Which means this unit must check for that rout. So it's a UDD on them, which they're not looking too healthy either, are they? Now they've rolled a 4. They've got G3, so they failed in that. Miller helps, but it's still Union morale at this time of the morning. So they fail. So they failed for adjacent unit routes. So let me just bring that table back up. Adjacent unit routes, so they've got to roll another UD, or they've got to roll a UDD to see what happens to them. If they pass, they fall back. If they fail, they rout. 3 +1 for the leader. 4, 3. Yeah, they pass that check. So they lose 1 SP, then retreat 1 to 2 hexes. Let me go and tidy that up. Okay, so I've removed the unit that was here. I haven't removed this one yet. Or I'll pull that back. Because what should have happened, I did it slightly incorrectly. The pre-cohesion check should have been done on that unit, which failed and routed. But then this unit would also need to do a pre-cohesion check for that, which we didn't do. What we did do is we tested it for that route. So we still need to do that pre-cohesion check on that unit as well. So, yeah, not looking good for the Union here. All right, that's a pass. So at least pass that part. Okay, so that's good. Because now they've got to fall back for the route that occurred here, and they didn't route themselves. So they fall back 2 hexes. Okay, which is there to there. We've also got to roll for Miller because they're going to take a step loss as well. So let's roll for Miller. He's fine. Right, so we need to put a step loss on it. So they're at 15, so they're going to be at 14. Okay, so what does that actually mean for these guys? Because their targets are gone. They can advance in, but it ends their shock. Okay, that is Stewart's brigade completed. I'll tell you what we'll do though. We will change. They can change their facing by one vertex. There we go. And I better put an A1 activation on Stewart. Remember that? Remind me that they've actually had one activation. All right. Okay. Next up is Russell's brigade. And so we want to move them to around this area here. Well, let's move the guns out the way first of all. There's disorder. Yeah, let's move them out the way. All right, and then move Russell's infantry up. All right, so 1, 2. Now the guns could fire approach fire at this point, but they're going to be moving into there. So let's 3 to there. I'm just going to put a little number there to remind me that they moved 3. Okay, so that gun will now fire. Right, so there's 6 steps of guns there. And they are H12s and TBs. TB at 2 hex range is +2. H12s is +3. Okay, so they're going to combine their fire. So it's 6 steps, firing at +2. There's no terrain modifier there at all. So at +2. Ooh. Okay, there's class of small arms because of the range. With a 9 +2. Wow, they blew the front of that LA. What's LA? What is LA? I've got to find out. Louisiana. That was heavy. So they're automatically disordered. Let's flip them. And they've taken 2 step losses. Ouch. Takes to 9. Okay. But they can keep moving, which they will do to there. So that's 3. Let's see. Wait. 1. They started there. So 1, 2, 3. They can't move adjacent. So they can move there 4.5. And they change their facing. That hurt. Now, I think the guns can only approach fire once. Yeah, I better check again. Yeah, they can only do it once per brigade activation. So, okay. 1, 2, 3. He has got that behind him. 4, 5. They will absorb this unit, the actual extended column. Well, they don't have to though, could they? They could go like that. Yeah. All right, let's change it that way. So changing facing, and that extended column would then become an extended line. Do they want to do that? I don't see why not. They can't fire because they're in advance orders. So, yeah. Okay, let's do that. Boom, boom. Let's delete that and get an extended line. Actually, no, we'll stay as such. Stay as such. Okay. this unit they're moving. Free-facing change. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he hasn't had a movement point to allow him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he's still an extended column behind. So there's half his unit still behind him. Right, so that's Russell. Let's give him his activation 1 marker. Now, Clarke wants to be sort of between those two, doesn't he? He's got a command range of 6. So we're going to stick him on them there. Okay. And give him an A1 marker. There we go. That's Clarke. Oops. I was going to say Clarke done, but it's not. This guy's behind. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I know. He changed facing partway through that move. And yeah, he's in. And they got the artillery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So they're not fully ready to go yet, but they're getting there. Okay, so yes, so that is Clarke's brigade done. Sorry, Clarke's division done. Okay, so let's remove the chit and put that into polks. Okay. Oh, did I? Yeah, Russell, Clarke, yeah, all got the right markers on. Draw the next chit. Ooh, he's going again. Ooh, interesting. Well, I think we will save that for the next video. Yeah, okay. So I'm trying to keep these not too long. So let's move that back up to the top. Okay, that could get very interesting on that part of the front, couldn't it? With now Clarke activating 2 activations in a row, Union are going to be reeling there. Miller's brigade is nearly out of action. So Prentices Division is, well, Peabody got mauled earlier in the day, hasn't got a chance to get back yet. And Miller's the other brigade, that's getting smacked around now. So yes, Clarke going to 2 activations. We'll see what happens in the next video. But if you enjoyed that, please hit the like. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And again, any comments much appreciated. But also now that I'm sort of conscious that not many people are watching this, if you could share it, if you know someone who's going to enjoy it, please let them know. It all helps the channel. I'm really enjoying this. But I've got to dedicate time to other games. So I need to sort of justify this in here to continue bringing it into the channel, which I hope to do. But that's down to you guys. So keep watching, please. And yeah, but until next time, remember, play games, have fun. Bye, Internet.